In 1981, in Bradford, Yorkshire, which is in England, vocalist Ian Astbury formed the band Southern Death Cult. He had some success with the band. They were playing post-punk gothic rock, apparently. And in 1983, with guitarist Billy Duffy, he then formed Death Cult, which presumably, the name has got a certain amount of similarity. Again, they had some success, but they renamed themselves as The Cult in January 1984, just before a TV appearance on the legendary TV show The Tube. And they released their first album that year. In 1985, they released She Sells Sanctuary, which was a major hit for them. And they were working, they were releasing albums, they were touring, and their style morphed from gothic rock to hard rock. Tensions were in the band, and they continued to build until after their sixth album in 1994 had not been very successful. The band broke up in 1995 in the middle of a tour. So they reformed in 1999, but hadn't managed to put aside the tensions in the band, which built up again. So they lasted 3 years and one album. However, they then reformed again in 2006 and are still going after 4 albums in that stint. Ian and Billy, so that's the singer and the guitarist, are still there, still with us. There's been quite a turnover of other members of the band.
Hi, my name's Dan, and this is a review of the album Love by The Cult, which was released in 1985 and was their second album, and it's my first time listening to this album. Way back somewhere on this channel, I reviewed their album Sonic Temple, and I really enjoyed that album. This album, well, you'll see. We'll do it as we come and get through. It's I will confess there's not a lot for me to say here. I don't feel like it's rock. It verges on stadium rock at times. It's got this kind of big sound to it. It rocks fairly hard. It's got a very guitar focus. And in fact, it's quite a jangly but still overdriven guitar. There's a fairly toppy bass. There's some really solid drums. And that's mostly what we've got here. Oh, and vocals that kind of soar over the top, kind of strong and strident vocals here. It sounds to my ears very U2, I have to say, of the time, maybe crossed with a big slice of Billy Idol here. Maybe the vocals are a touch on the gothic side at times. Maybe the tunes are a touch kind of Morrissey, Smithsy, and the kind of particularly the use of the first and the fifth notes. Da, da, da. Anyway, I should never sing live. This would be a bad idea. And that's about it in terms of description. And it's about it in terms of the impact that it made on me, I'm afraid. It's perfectly acceptable, but I didn't find it particularly inspiring rock. I found like it kind of did a job. And I wondered if they were trying to kind of muscle in on the U2 kind of sound. There were several bands that did around then. When are we? 1985, definitely kind of core. Let's get the sound that's like U2 sound. They were huge. The Cults. I don't know if this was part of propelling them into that kind of sphere. So acceptable, as I said, but not hugely inspiring. Even the big song here, which was a huge hit, She Sells Sanctuary, say that in a hurry, She Sells Sanctuary, is one that always historically, I've kind of felt I could take it or leave it. I wasn't particularly, I didn't hate it, and I recognise it, but I've never been a hugely, oh yeah, that song. It's just like, yeah, She Sells Sanctuary. I can take it or leave it. So that's what I feel about this album. Not a huge amount, I'm afraid. But I'd love to know what you think of this album, especially if you think I'm missing some core vital thing here that makes it much more impressive than I've painted it as being. Please do share your thoughts, or if you agree with me, please share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think of the album. Please do that by leaving me a comment. But that's it from me for now.